Hey Globetrotters, this is it. I cannot stand it anymore. I have to talk to you about Iran. As you probably know, the tensions between the US and the Iranian governments have dramatically escalated in the past few days. I insist on governments because for me, neither the Iranian government nor the American government actually represent the people. Most people don't want to go to war. Most people just want to have a peaceful life, even in Iran. Because of the news, I recently stumbled upon ignorant and racist comments about Iran. I've only been to Iran twice as a tourist. So in no way I'm trying to pretend I know Iran from the inside, and in no way I'm trying to defend the Iranian regime. But there are a few things I know for sure because I actually went there to see for myself and not through biased media. In a conflict, there's no good guy and bad guy. There are always wrongs on both sides. For instance, who do you think orchestrated the overthrow of the democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh in favor of strengthening the monarchical rule of Mohammad Reza Pahlavi in 1953? The CIA. And who do you think destroyed a civil aircraft and killed all 290 people on board, including 66 children, in 1988? The US Army. And more recently, who do you think pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal, contrary to the opinion of the majority of states, and even though an official report proved Iran was respecting the deal? The US administration. Okay, just the last one. A few days ago, who do you think threatened to strike Iranian cultural sites, which constitutes a war crime? The US president. So once again, I want to make it clear, I'm not defending the Iranian regime. They also have blood on their hands, and the least we can say is they don't listen to the longing of their people for more freedom. However, recent history has proven that the US going to war to disarm a country, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger is pure propaganda and results in killing more civilians and the rise of new terrorist organizations. During my 2 trips to Iran, I could experience the genuine curiosity that Iranians have towards foreigners. Every 50 meters, people would come to us spontaneously and ask, "Where are you from? How do you like Iran?" with a large smile on their face. I even asked some of them if they had something against the US or Americans. And trust me, they didn't. The Death to America graffitis do not represent the Iranian people. In 2008, Dr. Stephen Cull, director of World Public Opinion, polled over 700 people in Iran. And the results actually showed that 50% of Iranians say they like American people. And that came through when he met them. As the Dr. Cole said, they do immediately express frustration with America, but you can feel underneath it a real longing to have better relations and an appreciation that you're there and listening to them. So by the end, they are actually projecting a real sense of warmth. And if you don't believe me, just look it up on the internet. You have many feedback from American travelers who went to Iran, and they all say the same. Iranians have nothing against Americans. Another thing surprised me when I was in Iran. Many Iranians told me they were not religious. Just like in any country, you have traditional and very religious people, and you also have non-religious people. Maybe you don't know it, but a lot of Iranians drink alcohol. I did with some of them on my first trip. Others don't go to the mosque, don't believe in God, etc. So once again, the Islamic Republic of Iran doesn't represent all of its people. Last, another thing I can't believe I have to remind is being religious doesn't mean being a terrorist or even fundamentalist. I met many religious people in Iran, and they all welcomed us with a warm smile. When I told some of them I was Christian, they answered they respected all the other religions. And maybe you don't know it, but there are Jewish and Christian minorities in Iran, and they are represented in the Iranian parliament. Once again, I'm not saying they are treated the same way as the main religious group, but it's probably one of the safest places for them in the region because the discriminatory behavior comes from the state, while most Iranians don't have anything against other religions. Anyway, I really hope someday our so-called leaders will stop wasting their time cockfighting because we have so many more important challenges. We have never experienced so many wildfires all over the world. Storms, droughts, and floods are getting stronger. Do you really think we should add a war on top of that? Because if you ask me, our next war should be a war to protect life on this planet. A war for the living world.